Hi, I'm Scott Engel, Managing Director of RotoExperts.com. I am the king, I am fantasy, and I'm armed with my Week 9 waiver tips as we hit the free agent list once again. At quarterback, David Carrard, obviously going to be the hottest pickup of the week, but don't be reactionary and plop him in the lineup right away. Of course, he had the big game against Dallas last week. Seems like everybody's having big games against the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry about that, Adam Ronis. We know you're a Cowboy fan, especially if you listen to our Sirius XM show. Garrard can be very, very inconsistent. We've already seen it this season. In the opening game of the year, he had a big game. Then he followed up with a stinker in week 2. You never know with Garrard week to week what he's going to do, not even based on the matchup. Fantasy football is filled with unpredictability, but Garrard is more unpredictable than most. Tavares Jackson, don't be afraid to add him. Brett Favre is looking like he's 41 years old, and Tavares Jackson can get in the game at any time. Might put up some decent numbers. He's not as bad as the average fan might think. Also, Kerry Collins. Vince Young has a tendency to get banged up. He's been having foot and ankle issues. Collins is a veteran passer who can put up some deeper numbers. He's on a bye this week, but you should stash him, especially in a deeper league, 12 teams or larger. Running backs, obviously, LeGarrette Blount is going to be the biggest fantasy pickup of the week. That's right. Get that Blount and smoke it, as Adam Ronis would say. Blount has a very ugly running style. He's not pretty to watch, but he gets the job done. Still, do not lock him in the lineup just yet. It all depends on who else you have at running back. Blount is not proven enough yet to start him over a more established fantasy player. Chester Taylor, if you need bye week help, he's going to get some goal line carries for the Chicago Bears. Keelan Williams, Redskins are on a bye, but Ryan Terrain has a hamstring problem that could nag, so you have to keep Keelan Williams around, obviously, especially if you have Ryan Terrain. Kevin Smith starting to share some carries with Javid Best. That's good for Best as he won't get overworked. Smith may get some goal line carries. Another good guy to consider as a possible bye week option if you're desperate. Keep a watch on the Colts situation. We don't know about Mike Hart's ankle this early in the week or if the Colts are going to go out and get somebody else, but they could be down to Javaris James at some point, so mark him on your list. A lot of people are going to pick up Darius Hayward-Bay after he did well against the Seattle Seahawks, but he does have a shoulder problem, and he has not played well enough to put him in your lineup yet just based on one game to this point. Steve Breston is back. Larry Fitzgerald will draw a lot of coverage, obviously, to his side on cover 6, brackets, things like that. So Breston will get open, and he's a good pickup and a viable starter again as a third wide receiver in your fantasy lineup. With Kevin Britt out, Nate Washington is going to be a hot pickup, but facing top cover corners every week, he'll probably be very inconsistent. He'll get in the end zone once in a while, only for use in the larger league. Brandon Tate going to be a big pickup this week, but you're not going to see the consistency. We all know how much Tom Brady spreads the ball around. And of course, the Green Bay Packers. If you play in a performance league, you want to pick up James Jones as he can get deep and he can score. In a PPR, don't be afraid to pick up Jordy Nelson. We have to see how those two work out in the offense, but Nelson is the better PPR option. Jacob Tam, you saw him on Monday night. Look, he's no Dallas Clark, but the Indianapolis Colts do a good job of scouting their players. They make sure everybody's ready for game situations when they get in there. Tam is a big target. He doesn't get yardage after the catch like Dallas Clark, but he's against good hands and solid, capable of being a top 10 fantasy tight end right away. Of course, somebody asked me this morning, should I trade away Antonio Gates and keep Tam? Well, that's stretching it a little bit. Jacob Tam is not proven yet. And of course, people are saying Delaney Walker, if things linger with Vernon Davis injury-wise, Delaney Walker doesn't have the talent of Vernon Davis. You'll be reaching there. Don't waste a free agent pickup with him. I'm Scott Engel. I'll be back on Friday with the World Tips. And if you have more questions, check out Adam Ronis' Experts Mailbag, and be sure to check out all my exclusive angles from Engel in the premium area and my Sunday Royal Chat.